The book is a manifesto, if you like, of Arvind's yet-to-be-named political parties. I would now like to ask Krishan Chopra, Publisher and Chief Editor of HarperCollins, present a copy of the book to Mr. Kejriwal.
I think there is no dispute about the fact that, as so many people have pointed out, Arvind Kejriwal and his India Against Corruption have dominated not just the media headlines but the public discourse and the public debate in our drawing rooms, in our chai ki dukaan, in our street corners for the last weeks and many, many months. Beyond the protests, beyond the fact of holding these press conferences and starting a debate around corruption, what will Arvind Kejriwal's party stand for? In this book, Swaraj, one tries to get a sense of what the political philosophy of Arvind Kejriwal's party will be and whether its political philosophy can really be viable in overthrowing an old system and creating a new one. So let me start the conversation with you, of course, Arvind. We have now seen, as I said, for many, many weeks, an unsparing focus on the issue of corruption. But a lot of people often will turn around and say to you that, is this the main political philosophy?
This book actually just puts the political structure that should exist in our country. There is a serious problem with that. There is too much of concentration of power in the central government. We have several schemes which are run by various ministries of the central government. You have Indira Awas Yojana. Now, Indira Awas Yojana, some houses are allotted to every village. Whether that village needs house or they need irrigation, but some houses are thrust upon every village. So let the people decide whether they need house or they need irrigation or what do they need. Why should every decision be taken in Delhi? This book basically says that what exactly Gandhiji said. Gandhiji said firstly that every village will be a republic unto itself. All the decisions which can be taken in a village should be taken in a village. I'll give you an example. In Jharkhand, we filed an RTI application and we came to know that there were many government schools in which there were 400 students, but there was just one teacher. The people kept writing to the education minister. Education minister has the power to appoint teachers, but no teachers were appointed. So people, it is the life of those 400 children which is at stake, and whenever education minister would have the time, he would appoint 10,000 teachers at one go, and the only method of appointment is that whoever pays a bribe, he gets to become a teacher. Why can't we give this power to Gram Sabha? Gram Sabha, we need to make a distinction that Gram Sabha is the general body of all the people, not the Panchayat. In Panchayat, it is again elected people. What we are saying is that we need to slightly move from completely representative democracy to direct democracy, where the people get to participate on a day-to-day basis on matters directly affecting their lives.
What I want to ask you is that, you know, you and Prashant sitting next to you, both of you so far have not seen yourselves as politicians. But now you are...
We are not politicians actually, we are forced into it.
But you are now in politics.
Yeah, we are now in politics.
So have you got used to being a neta?
No, we are not used to being a neta. We will never be a neta. We will always be an Aam Aadmi, and this topi will keep us reminding that we are an Aam Aadmi. And this topi is very important because wherever you go, if you do anything which is like a VIP or something, immediately the person would say, Sir, topi to Aam Aadmi ke pehante hain aur phir kaam aap aise karte hain.
Prashant, how to get to that point of decentralization of power is where the debate really begins. Arvind in his book talks about direct democracy. There are others who have countered the political philosophy of both of you and said that actually decentralization is best achieved by less government and more free market. So why are you and your campaign so convinced that direct democracy can work? Because it assumes that, for example, what the price of a certain food item should be will be decided on the street. Is that practical?
You see, we are not saying that every decision can be taken by the people directly. some decisions which are of an urgent nature will probably need to be taken by people's representatives, except perhaps in a village situation where the decision needs to be taken in a small enough body where people can meet and quickly decide. But other than that, certain decisions which are of a day-to-day nature, which are really decisions regarding implementation of policies which have been decided, they would have to be taken by some representative government, so to say. Democracy, unfortunately, in this country has come to mean only the right to vote for your representative, and thereafter those elected representatives take all important decisions, including law, policy, and important decisions on projects like dams, nuclear power plants, genetically modified foods, etc. Unfortunately, because of this practice of democracy in this manner, what you have got is this form of what we are seeing, a form of cronyism, where the elected representatives are influenced by bribes or other influences to take decisions in the commercial interest, now mostly in the commercial interest of large corporations. If, for example, today you were to have a referendum on many things, for example, take genetically modified foods, my own sense is that overwhelmingly the people will vote to reject genetically modified foods. It's because of people's pressure that finally some state governments have banned trials, etc. But the central government, under the influence of the lobby of biotech companies, is still pushing for it full pelt. So therefore, the time has, and that's the radical thing in this book. It's not merely decentralization, but here the idea is much more radical.
Direct democracy.
Of direct democracy, which can certainly be practiced at the lowest level, that is of a village, or even by way of referendums and initiatives which have been adopted by several countries, particularly Switzerland.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app, fully optimized for retina display, full screen view, faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.